Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to the Automation Star podcast. We've been live today with some amazing people and we found another amazing one. I'm here with Anaïs van Asselt.
Hi
Hi.
everyone. Good to be here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Yeah, loving the vibes here at Automation Star. What about you?
Doing good?
Yeah,
Really enjoying this podcast opportunity?
nice.
Yeah, I'm kind of hijacking from Leandro, but he seems to be okay. He's off camera. He's shaking his head now.
Mm,
We're fine. It's fine. Yeah, so you gave a deep dive yesterday here.
that's right. Yeah, it was quite exciting actually because I have been doing talks at conferences, but this was actually my first time doing some kind of workshop, kind of interactive deep dive. In this case, it was 90 minutes. There were quite some people. But it was very
Well, she
nice.
says quite some people, but it was sold out. People were
Yeah,
trying to get in that didn't sign up, and
and
yeah,
she was the bouncer.
yeah, I was the bouncer.
So yeah, that was interesting to see. To be
Yeah,
honest, yeah, it was it's super nice, lovely too. It's like a total different perspective. I'm quite a control freak to be honest, and I really had to let go and like really look up the interaction with the people and do like really go into the rabbit hole of of code of AI together and also learning some stuff from the people in the room. So it was
yeah,
it was great actually. Yeah,
yeah.
loved it.
So before we go into what you talked about, where do you work?
Ah, I work at Choco in Berlin. I'm actually from the Netherlands, but Choco made me move to Berlin, to be honest. So it was a bit of a joke in the first place. So I just settled down in Utrecht in the Netherlands. Just bought an apartment actually. It was half a year, and then I got a LinkedIn message saying, "Do you want to join our mission to reduce food waste?" And I was like, "Super cool! I would love to do that. Heck yeah, right?" Because what I did, I love to do that. But if you can do that for a company that is at least trying to make the world a bit of a better place, that's super cool. So but I never went to Berlin before, and I talked about it with my partner, and he said, "Yeah, Berlin is a super cool city. Just try it." And then a couple of weeks later, I was actually hired, so we had a different conversation. So it's been a bit of an adventure, but after 2 years, like going back and forth from the Netherlands to Berlin, I'm actually settled down now in Berlin. My partner also has a job there, and it's a tech startup and they are trying to reduce food waste by basically automating the whole order management process and basically the whole supply chain, starting with the end game, which is a restaurant. Imagine a pizzeria, they need new tomatoes, they are like out, so they have to call their supplier or they maybe send a text message or WhatsApp to order some extra. And yeah, that is like something that Choco now handles automatically. So we have a big AI part in our product to automate like voicemails, SMS, everything into Choco orders, and they will be integrated automatically in the ERP. And in this way, we can make the whole that whole management order management process more transparent, um, and also then like highlighting where the food waste is coming from.
Yeah,
And the suppliers, they have a platform to also promote products that are like close to expiration date. So yeah, that's like a super cool
yeah,
super cool environment to work in. Yeah,
yeah. I completely understand why you took that chance in Berlin.
yeah.
Yeah. So the first time I saw you speak was in Stockholm in 2024.
Ah,
And there
cool.
you
Yeah,
spoke about your defect management and how you used AI to improve that.
yeah.
Could you share something to the audience about that?
Yeah, for sure. Like maybe you've seen like AI being applied for test case generation or automatically executing tests. But I was also like, I challenged myself to look also to try to apply AI in a different way. And in this case, bug management. And it actually started when we started using AI at our company at Choco, and that was back in 2023, just after ChatGPT came
Yeah,
out.
so right on the ball.
Yeah, and we did like an AI hackathon. It was a great way for the people to be introduced by AI and just to like try and hack out their solutions. And we created an automatic assignment system for bugs because we had like this bug duty officer, and basically the task that he or she had was to assign the bugs to the right team based on like the context of the team. But that can
Yeah.
be quite difficult because it was mostly developers. They are within a team, so they not always know the context of other teams. So it was a pretty difficult job sometimes to do. And yeah, we managed to automate that using AI. And yeah, it was basically we made an overview of the context of the team, so all of the responsibilities and the features. And we, with every bug that came in, the AI took that context of the team and the bug report, and decided based on that where the bug should belong. So that worked actually pretty well.
Yeah, yeah. And what I really like about your presentation is that from the two different ones I've seen, and I'm hoping to get to the other one too, is that you also show it live on the stage.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
actually made a defect that went into the system, it got labeled, it went into the other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's actually like the talk is changing all the time because I think I have been giving the talk for 2 or 3 years now, and like it's yeah, there is like this kind of evolution in this whole solution because I'm still working on it.
yeah,
I am actually saving bugs into a knowledge base. And so you can use this knowledge base as context for an AI agent to make the AI agent a bit smarter to like make it basically a senior engineer at Choco that
yeah.
knows more about the context of the company and the bugs. And I use that to try to create bug recommendations or to do analysis. And I also like get quite some learnings out of that because um, bug triaging is not just about like, oh, here's the solution, let's be done with it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of investigation that also needs to happen, right? So you have to look up data about the user, and so it's pretty complex. So there are also definitely obstacles that I run into. But every time there's a new learning to share and
Yeah.
some new techniques and approaches. So looking forward to do the talk again at
Yeah.
Testing United this Friday. So yeah,
In
it's a
Milan.
busy
Yeah.
it's a busy week. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and I think it's a breath of fresh air in the way people use AI,
Yeah.
because it's usually there's a lot of um, mobbing and vibe coding, but this is such a clever solution to use this way of working,
Yeah.
especially with the bug knowledge base. It's great.
Yeah, and I think it can also. I think it has a lot of potential to grow to something different. I've seen, like at a startup, it's always difficult to balance speed and quality, right? And the teams are always like really pressure to like deliver their features on time, and sometimes it's a challenge to find the right topics or the right points to focus their QA efforts on, right? So that is also something that I try to surface with this, not only bug information in the knowledge base,
Yeah.
but maybe also combining that with product information, with maybe test and release information, combining all of that together to, surface basically the risk of a product or a feature and like help the teams to, like do a more of an efficient job when it comes to
Yeah.
QA. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. And your other talk, you do something fancy with a HAR file. Now, I had
Mm.
never heard about a HAR file before I saw your talk, so a world opened up to me. Could you explain a bit what it's about?
Yeah. So yeah, the deep dive was about a HAR file, and it's actually like I think you've seen like what goes into the HAR file for sure. So if you go to a website, maybe you're testing it, you like open up your DevTools, you go to the network tab and you see all of the network traffic appearing there. And there's a way to actually download all of this traffic. And if you do that, then the result is a HAR file.
Yeah.
And we were thinking at Choco, because we had a challenge, we were migrating from a Lambda to a whole Nest.js architecture, and we didn't have that much test coverage to be confident enough. So I was looking for a way to make it more easy to generate these tests, and try to do that based on the HAR file, because that's where all of the network traffic goes. And by extracting the relevant calls from the traffic, I managed to create a script that turns that call into a test, a K6 test. And there's some scripting in there, but also AI. And I believe that it's very important to have the right balance in there as well, because after all, AI does give undeterministic results. So
Yes.
it can be a challenge as well to work with that in a deterministic environment,
Yeah.
right?
So during the deep dive yesterday, you helped the whole audience to do those steps themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a bit of a challenge at first, because like a HAR file, if you can imagine, if all of the network traffic goes in, that file becomes quite big. And if you put that in like a chat GPT as an attachment, with the Wi-Fi, and everyone is on the Wi-Fi, everyone is trying that, then like it could go very slow. It took 1.5 minutes for the chat GPT to actually process. And that is also why I'm really advocating for making it as easy as possible for the AI, and also decreasing the input as much as possible, not only for the tokens and the size and like how expensive it is, but it also is causing hallucinations. It is worse for the environment. I mean, like there are all kinds of reasons why you want to minimalize that, and then instead of a HAR file, just using the JSON of the call that you want to automate.
Yeah.
That's definitely a better way to do that. And then even creating scripts later on, so you only have to send the most important stuff to AI, and of course sensitive data is also cookies, tokens. You never know what's in the header, so
Yeah.
that's also a bit tricky if you are inputting whole HAR files into ChatGPT, right? So you don't want that. But
Yeah.
we were testing with a demo app yesterday, so
Yes.
no security breaches there.
No. No. Shouldn't be.
No.
Yeah. So you were completely booked out, and there was actually a bit of a kerfuffle at the start of the session because a lot more people tried to get in.
Wow.
So this is a really interesting topic for the
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I think there are like, despite the way that like I worked with very specific tooling, so we used JavaScript, TypeScript, we used K6 as a tool. I think the whole concept is actually applicable for any environment, because you can just start with maybe a HAR file, maybe even like what's best is just to have the JSON object of the call that you want to automate, and just start experimenting with ChatGPT, like in the language that you want, with the tool that you want. Try to generate a test and try to improve based on that, and yeah.
What is something that you learned trying to figure this out that you could share, that someone else doesn't have to run into that wall first?
Good question. So there are two ways how you can apply AI, right? So yesterday we applied AI to create the solution, but you can also, like asking ChatGPT, create a test based on this JSON object, or create a script that creates the test. But you can also use AI in the solution, meaning that so you have a script, and you are generating the tests, and then I use, for example, AI to generate the assertions based on the response of the API call that you're testing. But I would actually advise on first starting to do everything with scripting, because like when the response is simple, then there's a very good possibility that you can map out using scripting, and the result will always be the same.
Yeah.
If you use AI in the solution, so for example, you're generating your test, all of the code, and you say to AI, oh, now insert the assertions in this code. Yeah, you're never 100% sure that that code will be like compilable, right? So I have the script and I use AI, but then after I get response from the AI, I'm scripting again or like doing an extra check. Like, is it still compilable?
Yeah.
Is there something wrong? Do I have to fix it? So that can add a level of complexity. So I think best to start as easy as possible and break it up in small tasks because it can sound like something impossible to do. But if you break it up in small tasks, then yeah, just go from one part to the other and combine everything together at the end. And
Yeah.
there you have it. The world is
Great.
your oyster, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No kidding.
So, is there any new stuff that you are currently taking small steps on?
Yes, definitely. So I already said a bit about like it's more like on the bug topic. So I've been working on bug management and bugs in the knowledge base. But I'm currently working on like extending that knowledge base. I also have product information in there. I'm adding like metadata, so at some point I can do more kind of cross-referencing between like, okay, we have X amount of bugs for a specific feature. If we can cross-reference that against the amount of tests and maybe some other information, then we can surface the risk in a better way. So that is currently
Ah.
something that I'm
Oh,
actively
risk.
working
That's
on.
my territory.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, I think that is um, if you are, yeah, I'm really into like risk-based testing, and yeah, you have to prioritize
Yeah.
like because we are always low in capacity. So yeah, it's a necessary evil actually. Yeah,
Yes. Well, I wouldn't call risk evil, but
of course.
yeah, great. Yeah, because in what I sometimes find is that risk-based testing gives you a great way to find out where you should put your effort. But when people start fiddling around with new technology, they kind of forget that they should think about where to put their effort.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's all about like that's still something I find very difficult in quality is that you have your manager and you have your KPIs, but like quality KPIs, it's kind of like apart from bugs, can be quite difficult, right? To actually measure your return on investment, like
Yeah.
the things that I've been doing, was this actually helpful? Like, and if the teams are like developing a lot of features, yeah, still
Yeah.
many bugs can come out of it, right? So
And I actually have started refusing to report on the number of bugs because the number of bugs doesn't really tell you anything about quality. So I'm reporting on risk.
oh
And
yeah, yeah,
a lot of clients initially don't like that. They say, I just want to know the amount of breaking bugs. But that doesn't tell you anything. What you
no,
want to know is the exact risk you're running into in production if you
yeah,
don't handle them. And I don't mind extrapolating, like these 4 risks are combined to 7 bugs, that's fine.
oh yeah,
But 7 bugs is a number that doesn't say anything. So I've been trying to actually
yeah.
get more quality related KPIs in place that mean something quality wise.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's like definitely, yeah. You hear the direction that I want to like add that
Yeah.
information as well.
Can't wait to see what you come up with.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
Hopefully at a
Yeah,
conference in the future.
sneak preview. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. If you
who
ever
knows?
see that she's on the program, definitely go check out her talk because she will live demo and it's going
Oh
to be
yeah, for
amazing.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
sometimes it works, and there's always these demo gods that you have to keep satisfied, right? Like once I had one, once I had a demo with Intercom. It's like a third-party tool, and they had a global outage like of a couple of minutes just at the time that I was demoing. So they, yeah, maybe I have to give some extra sacrifice there. So, but yeah, it's definitely demos are things that I do.
Yeah. Great.
Living on the edge, right?
For sure. Thank you for your time and for this interview.
Thank you
I enjoyed it a
too.
lot.
Thanks for inviting me. It's been
Yes.
great.
And we will be back with more interviews today. So hang around. Goodbye.
Ciao, ciao.